So I just got back from my European summer trip, which was basically what we did was we took a tour and it was 7 countries in 10 days, technically 8 countries in 11 days. We went to Italy, Germany, France, Switzerland, Austria, Belgium, and Vatican City. And oh my gosh, it was so much fun. It did not disappoint. It's always been such a dream of mine to go to Europe, travel around there. I've been to Paris one time in 2021, and that was the first ever time we went to Europe. And I absolutely, it's literally my Roman Empire to travel around Europe because I constantly think about it all the time. Anyways, it was super fun, but it was also super chaotic, hectic, and very fast. But it's safe to say I'm definitely going back. It's also safe to say that I will not be traveling with my family ever again. I'm sorry, I love them so much dearly. I am super, super thankful, super grateful to be able to go, but it was absolutely exhausting. It was literally like herding cattle because there were about 9 of us in our group, including me. But since we took a tour with a group of 30 people in total, and there was a tour leader, there's a driver, and we took the bus. It was a lot of long haul drives all around to get to each country in each city. There were also days where we would only spend about a couple hours. There were also days where we were able to have a free day in certain countries, in certain cities. Anyways, the videos that I'm turning this into podcast style with a voiceover over the videos I've captured and pictures I've captured. I cannot wait to go back again. But before we jump into it too, before the trip started, I found out in March that I would be joining my aunts in going on the tour around Europe. And initially, it was just going to be myself and 4 of my aunts and my uncle. But then in June, because the trip was end of July, by June, my family, my parents and brother decided to join along as well. So it made the group 9 people. And gosh, I knew that the trip would be hectic, especially because it's a bunch of Filipinos. Filipino aunts, if you already know, are literally trip, like constantly are just crazy and laughing like hyenas. Like it's a lot of fun, but it's also like we gotta chill out, especially in respect to the culture of European countries. But that's just a side note. Uh, and when when I found out as well, I have several people that I know that are from Europe, and I let some people know that I was heading there. So I was thinking it would be so fun if we could also meet together. And I was able to meet one of my longtime friends from the UK, which was also really, really fun and exciting. But yeah, and even before the trip, there was, or during the trip, I've made a lot of friends too, which I feel like are have become honestly lifelong friends that I will be definitely keeping up with. There were a lot of like I laughed my ass off so much with them. I feel like my mom literally got mad at me for talking really loudly on the bus, which is fair. I could have been a lot quieter, but also like I'm just having fun. So what am I gonna do? Anyways, even one of the friends I made, they said that was honestly like a movie star with all the outfits I had on. So because I made sure to plan out my outfits in advance. I would look at pictures of the locations that we would be going to, and I coordinated my outfits. Like I would picture in my mind myself in those cities and see how the outfit would look because it's all about the details. So anyways, we were in Europe from end of July to basically beginning of August, and since there were 9 of us, so we took one vehicle, and we surprisingly fit all of our stuff. Thanks to my aunt's family friend because he really knows how to tie his knots because they were not going anywhere. as he said.
Way they're gonna go anywhere.
Because we were in one van, we had initially 4 people in the back row, 4 more people in the next row, and then 2 people in the front. But since my aunts are older, they like one of them was saying that their hip was already hurting after like 5 minutes. So then I decided to move into the second row.
It's okay, it's okay.
But the second row has 2 seats and a middle console. So basically, I just sat in the middle console, but I was facing the opposite direction while there were 3 people in the very back row instead, so they would have more space. My other aunt, her back was against mine, so both of our backs shouldn't be hurting. Gosh, hopefully no one sues me because, I mean, obviously drive safely. But we made it in one piece, thank God. So when we finally got to the airport, obviously it was super hectic trying to herd everyone together. Our flight was also at 8 p.m. that evening, so our travel time was in total was basically like a 12-hour travel day, including the time differences, because in Europe where we were going, the places are 6 hours ahead from Eastern Standard Time. So when we made it to the airport, we went to Switzerland and we laid over there in order to get to Rome. While we were on the plane, there was a flight steward that my aunt started talking with because they all thought he was cute. Eventually, they were talking for a while, and before the plane was getting ready to land, he gave her a chocolate bar with a note as well, saying something like along the lines of, "It was a pleasure to talk to you. I hope to see you again on another flight to Switzerland," something like that. And it was really sweet of them. So we landed in Rome, and it was around 4 p.m. in Europe, and we straight up got off the plane and went off the ground running, literally on a tour all around Rome and Vatican City.
Oh wow, look at that. Wowie.